Is it racist to pick candidates based off of skin color? On today's episode of America Unfiltered with James Pascalides, a Democratic governor says he was picked just for being white. A racist woman cashes in big after attacking a child. The markets skyrocket after Trump starts gutting Biden's legacy. Plus, Trump has pulled the plug on taxpayer-funded propaganda like NPR. The internet loses its mind over 100 men fighting a gorilla. Democrats' favorite MS-13 member Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been caught on tape trafficking people across our open border. All that and much more coming up on today's episode of America Unfiltered with James Pascalides, starting now.
The moment is here. This is our moment.
America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered with James Pascalides. We're going to dive into our topics today. Tim Waltz, I think the guy's a complete joke. I've been saying what's about to happen for months now. Tim Waltz has been a very weird guy, very cringy to watch, and I've been saying for months that the only reason Kamala Harris's team added Tim Waltz to the ticket was to try and gain the white vote. There was no other upside to him. He is a complete joke of a person, and he's even a joke at trying to get the white vote. They thought that he could talk about football to people. He lied about football, one of the most un-American things you can do. He couldn't even rack a shotgun correctly. The man is a complete joke of a man. I don't understand why they added him to the ticket to try and gain the white vote, when in reality all it did is push away every white male. He made zero good points, extremely emotional-based and not factual-based arguments. He's about as logical as Kamala Harris on a good day, and that's really saying something. I don't think he added almost anything to the Democratic Party. I think it would have made it worse. I think he's just a cringy nightmare. I'm going to play this video for you guys where he explains himself. You finally hear it from the horse's mouth. Tim Waltz talking just about how weird of a person he is and about why they added him to the ticket.
To improve people's lives. But I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that I could put them at ease. I was the permission structure to say, look, you can do this and vote for this. And you look across those swing states, with the exception of Minnesota, we didn't get enough of those votes.
But you could be giving them.
The guy really is such a weirdo. It's so odd that they picked him to try and swing the white vote. One of the least relatable people ever. If you wanted to get a blue-collar white guy to try and swing the white vote, why would you get a guy who looks like he's never changed a tire in his life, can't rack a shotgun, and lied about being a football coach? One of the most un-American things you could do. And to get to one of the other points about this, it is just blatant racism. What they call reverse racism is just racism. Trying to swing white people is the same thing as if conservatives put a black guy on the ticket and said, we're trying to get the black vote, and just openly said that. It wouldn't happen because conservatives aren't that low and stupid like Democrats, at least the ones in our government, and then it's just blatant racism to say that you're doing this for race. I don't think that you should vote on a candidate based off of race. Everyone's saying that Kamala will be the first black female president. Who cares? What does black or female have to do with being president? It does not matter your gender. It does not matter your race, ethnicity, or whatever it is. All that matters is that you are a patriot, you are smart, you know what you're doing, you have the correct focus for the country, and the majority of the electoral college and your constituents vote for you and see that you have the correct path in mind. Race and gender should not be part of the equation when it comes to picking presidential candidates, vice presidential candidates, or who you vote for. If you're voting based off of race, based off of gender, then you should at least do a lot more research and rethink everything you know about voting. Because voting based off religion, voting based off race, voting based off of gender is not going to better the country or further the country's interests. All it's doing is furthering your own personal interests of wanting to see a black woman in office. I don't think that a black woman is a correct credential to be president. I think a correct credential to be president would be someone who served in the military, someone who's been in our government before, someone who understands world politics, someone who understands the economy, someone who understands trade, someone who understands all these things that Donald Trump does understand, and Kamala Harris, Tim Waltz, clearly did not understand. A video going viral after she screamed the N-word at a 5-year-old black child. Despite the video and all the controversy surrounding it, Her GoFundMe has raised over $300,000 for legal fees and mental health support. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. I don't think that anybody in America should be supporting this. I think it's ridiculous to support blatant racism, especially when it's directed at a child. This woman is in her 30s, 40s, whatever it is, and she's screaming the N-word at a child, and then when she's called out for it, she said, yeah, if he's gonna act like one, that's what I'm gonna call him. It is one of the most racist videos I have seen recently. This woman should in no way receive any funding. I think anyone who's donating to this GoFundMe, it's a very sad life you're living. I don't understand why you would donate money to this woman. People saying they're doing this because of Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf. I don't think anyone should be giving money to Carmelo Anthony either after stabbing Austin Metcalf. I don't think people who do negative things should receive financial compensation for the negative things they've done. It should not be a controversial statement. Somehow it is, but this woman should not be receiving a single penny for anything she's doing. The fact that she's receiving upwards of $300,000 for this is sickening to me. I'm going to play this video for you guys and let you guys decide how you feel about it.
Nobody dig into your
A little kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call a child, 5-year-old, and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act.
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know that's a hate speech, and you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a
Okay, we'll see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
It's rare that when I see someone saying at the end of the video, let's see what the internet has to say about you, that I'm on the side of the cameraman. But in this instance, yeah, I really wanted the internet to do more. I wanted the internet to let this woman know how terrible it is to call a child a racist remark. But in return, the internet donated over $300,000 to this woman. So yet again, I'm just sitting here confused, wondering what kind of world we're living in, that a woman walks up to a child who's playing at a park, calls him the N-word, and thinks she's justified in doing it. You are a terrible person. You deserve $0. That woman should have zero access to that GoFundMe. I know that's not how it works. I wish it was. I'm very upset that this woman is able to do that and then get paid for it. It's a very backward situation. Liberation Day in America was April 2nd. Democrats cried as the stock market went down as Trump announced tariffs on every country who was dealing in unfair trade practices with the United States. Countries were not allowing us to sell our products in their countries while they were getting rich selling their products in ours. You go to countries like Japan and you don't see an American car anywhere. You go to China, you don't see any American technology. But everywhere you look in America, it's Chinese technology and Japanese cars. This is something that needs to be fixed as soon as possible, and Donald Trump is on it. It is something that I'm very glad about. When the stock market went down, the Democrats cried. They said, this is it. This is going to be the new Black Monday. This is going to be the new Great Depression. But guess what? The S&P 500 has returned to over where it was on Liberation Day as of today, May 2nd. So 1 month later, the stock market has more than rebounded from where it was just a month ago on Liberation Day when liberals were crying that the next Black Monday was coming. This is another huge win for Donald Trump, investors around the world and in America, and anyone who is not part of the panicking party. The White House loves to talk about the people who are selling their stocks at record lows for no reason when they could have held and been far richer because of it. Buy low, sell high, stop selling low. Propaganda has been taking over our media for far too long. Trump is finally addressing this issue, defunding propaganda, NPR. NPR has been government propaganda. Media should not be government funding when it is propaganda towards the American people. NPR has been spewing lies and BS for far too long, trying to tear down conservatives, tear down Donald Trump, tear down all the accomplishments that the conservative movement has made over the last decade. I'm so sick and tired of NPR doing this, and I'm very glad that now their federal funding went to $0 because of Donald Trump's executive actions that he signed yesterday. Media who is funded by the government will be no longer. It is propaganda to the American people. Can 100 men defeat a gorilla if they all attacked it at once? This is the viral question attacking the internet right now. Someone tweeted, can 100 N-words take on a gorilla at once? This tweet has seen over 290 million views. This is an insane amount of views, and it's one of the questions that the internet is loving right now. Can 100 people take on a gorilla? I want to give you guys my take and why I think it is not possible. A lot of different people are saying that it is, that you just have to surround the gorilla in a correct way, that gorillas aren't intelligent, so if you almost circle around it, make it play keep away, that you will be able to eventually enclose on it, get it down, and kill this gorilla. I'm going to explain to you why that's not possible. All it's going to take is this gorilla to pick up one person and snap them in half like a twig or rip their head off or bite it off for about 20% of the entire fighting force to leave. Just one person to die, and a very small portion of your fighting force is immediately just going to cower out and leave. Then after that, they're going to take the remaining chunk of the body they just killed and swing it around, taking everyone out around it. And if you think while it's turned around, I'm just going to jump on its back, you could bite into this thing with everything you have. Its skin is 12 inches thick. You are not going to draw blood. You're not even going to hurt it. You're just going to piss it off a little bit. If you think, oh, we'll tackle it and we'll pull all its limbs in different directions. Again, this thing is 1,000 times stronger than you. It will get up, not only stomp on every person around you, but it will knock you all over like bowling pins. If you think that there is something I'm not thinking of, imagine it's 100 people who are completely dedicated to this. They know nothing but the idea of wanting to kill this gorilla. The gorilla is still going to win 100 times out of 100, and it's not even close. A full-blown silverback gorilla is an absolute apex predator, especially when it comes to humans. And yes, it is not as intelligent as us. We could devise certain plans and things like that. But there is no running. There is no hiding. There is no climbing. There is no digging a way out of this. 100 humans fighting a gorilla would not work. Maybe the only instance I would be willing to budge even an inch on this is if I got to, not just me personally, I'm sure there's a few different people who could draft 100 very specific people to take on this gorilla. Then maybe, if you took the top 100 guys in the UFC, I don't know if it would still be possible. If you took the top 50 guys in the UFC and 50 Navy SEALs, I still don't know if it's possible. I have serious doubts, and I think the pure strength of the apex predator silverback gorilla would easily outweigh 100 men. I could be wrong. I would love to see this theory tested. Mr. Beast floated the idea, although it's most likely a joke. I think the idea of 100 people fighting a gorilla is one of the more interesting questions we've had on the internet. I want to talk about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The media has been painting him as just a wrongly deported Maryland father, someone who is completely innocent. They even say he's an American citizen who's never been convicted of a crime, never been charged or accused of anything. But the Donald Trump administration, the Department of Justice, and different legal channels have all pointed out that this person was an illegal citizen. They're an El Salvadorian citizen, part of MS-13. They beat their wife multiple times. And now guess what? A new video circulating the internet is showing Kilmar Garcia trafficking humans. This is an absolutely crazy plot twist added onto everything else. All the Democrats who were defending this person are now shaking in their boots, deleting their tweets, deleting their videos, wondering, how did it get this far? How did it get to a point that I'm defending someone whose motto is rape, conquer, kill in America? It is one of the most ridiculous plays by the media to make this person seem like just a wrongly deported American citizen, Maryland father, when in reality he was a foreign terrorist, MS-13 gang member who is trafficking humans in the United States. I'm going to play this video for you guys right now of Kilmar Garcia trafficking humans being caught on dash cam by police.
Good, and you?
All right.
Everything good?
You got a bunch of people in here, don't you?
It's 1 for shit. Yes. Go back to work.
Gotcha. Where you working at?
Where?
Where?
San Luis, Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm from Maryland.
Okay. Now the reason I stopped you, we was running 75 down through here.
75?
Yeah. Of course, this is 65 through here.
I know. I'm going to 70.
Going 70?
Yeah. What's the limit right now? Is 70 or 65?
It's 65.
I can see it, sir.
You got all your
Because
info.
I see the other, the speed limit. I see the training.
Yeah, it jumps up and down.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. You need my license?
Yeah, your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance.
Oh my God. Okay, sure.
Do what?
The problem with my license right now is expired, right?
It's suspended?
Extended because I have my permanent employment, so like 2 years experience. So I need to. So right now I waiting the paper for migration.
So where do y'all live at?
Where I living? I live in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, Oxon.
Whose vehicle is it?
What, excuse me?
Whose car is it?
It's to my boss.
Your boss?
My boss. Yeah.
Where's he live? Where's your boss live?
My boss right now is staying in Maryland, but he live in Texas.
Okay.
Houston, Texas.
Have you got the proof of insurance?
Yeah, I don't know where to put it.
So where are you guys coming from right now? Where are you coming from?
From San Luis. Also, I work in San Luis. So right now, finish. That place finished. So I go back to the house to Maryland. Next week, I go maybe tonight to the other project.
I thought you was going to Missouri.
The next project, I told you, the next project next week is everybody going to Nashville. The next project, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Right now,
What do y'all do?
Huh?
What kind of work is it?
It's construction, like remoderation, paving, drywall, everything like that.
Does anybody else have a driver's license?
Driver license?
Yeah.
No,
Nobody?
only me, so it's there for real.
Can you find your insurance?
Si pueden buscar la insurance. You say?
Your insurance, can you find it?
I call my boss because I don't know where put the car.
Okay. I'm gonna go back here and run your license and stuff real quick, okay? I'll be right back. How dark are your windows?
Huh?
How dark's the back windows?
Window?
Stand by. How dark are they?
The colors.
Yeah.
From Texas is good.
How many rows have you got in here? 4?
Where?
4 seats? 4 rows of seats?
Yeah, it's three seats. Yeah, with it.
Did y'all put an extra one in?
Huh?
Did y'all put another one in?
No.
Did it come like this?
It's the truck.
I've never seen one with that many seats in it.
What do you say? It's my boss.
I said I've never seen one with that many seats
Oh,
in it.
really?
Yeah. That's why I was asking if you put an extra one in.
No, it's the same. Like this.
Okay.
You know what you got, right?
Huh?
You know what you got here, right? He's hauling these people for money, is what he's doing. But sometimes they commingle dope and
No. But
he,
did you see how squatted the back?
there's 8 people in there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland.
This person is not just a Maryland father like the media likes to portray. This person is a foreign terrorist who was in our nation that got deported by the Donald Trump administration. I'm James Pascalides. This is America Unfiltered, episode 48. I'm signing off today. Please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about. I will see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you.